Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a small village nestled in a lush valley. The village was surrounded by beautiful forests, rolling hills, and a sparkling river that flowed through the center of town. It was a peaceful and happy place to live. One night, as the moon rose high in the sky, a group of travelers arrived at the village. They were tired, hungry, and in need of a place to rest. The villagers welcomed them with open arms, sharing their food and offering them a place to sleep. As the travelers settled in for the night, the villagers gathered around a small fire to tell stories. One of the villagers began to tell a tale of a magical forest where the trees were made of candy, the flowers were made of chocolate, and the birds sang sweet songs that sounded like lullabies. The children of the village listened with wide eyes, imagining the wonderful world the storyteller described. Soon, the whole village was captivated by the tale, and they all fell into a deep and peaceful sleep, dreaming of the magical forest. The next morning, the travelers bid the villagers farewell and continued on their journey. But the story of the magical forest stayed with them, filling their hearts with wonder and joy. And so, every night from that day forward, the villagers gathered around the fire to tell stories, each one more enchanting than the last. And every night they fell into a peaceful slumber, dreaming of a world where anything was possible. And so, dear child, as you drift off to sleep, know that there is a magical world waiting for you in your dreams, full of wonder, joy, and endless possibility. Sweet dreams, my dear. As the villagers continued to tell stories each night, the children became more and more enchanted by the tales of far-off lands, mythical creatures, and magical wonders. They began to spend their days playing and exploring, imagining themselves as heroes and heroines on grand adventures. One day, as they were playing by the river, they spotted a small boat that had washed up on the shore. It was covered in moss and had clearly been abandoned for quite some time. But as they peered inside, they saw something that made their eyes widen with wonder and excitement. A map. The map showed a path through the forest to a place marked simply as the Enchanted Kingdom. The children couldn't believe their luck. They knew they had to follow the map and see where it led. Gathering supplies and setting out on their adventure, the children ventured into the forest, following the twists and turns of the map. They crossed rushing streams, climbed steep hills, and pushed through thickets of brambles until they finally arrived at the entrance to the Enchanted Kingdom. The gates were tall and made of gold, adorned with intricate carvings of magical creatures and swirling patterns. The children pushed them open and stepped inside, gasping at the sight before them. The kingdom was a wonderland of glittering gems, towering castles, and sparkling fountains. There were creatures they had never seen before, with wings and horns and tails that shimmered in the sunlight. And as they explored, they realized that everything they had heard in the bedtime stories was true. Magic was real, and it lived in the Enchanted Kingdom. They spent days exploring the kingdom, meeting new friends, and having grand adventures, and when they finally returned to the village, they were different children. They had seen and experienced things that most people never do, and they knew that the world was full of wonder and magic. And so, as they gathered around the fire each night to hear new stories, they knew that anything was possible. and who knows what adventures awaited them next. The world was full of mystery and magic, just waiting to be discovered.